All right. All right. Let's see if we can get this live going. I'm attempting to go live on IG. See about going live on IG too. Let's see how this works. All right. So yeah, man. Here we go, man. It's William Wade. Coming live once a week. And today I wanted to go live on IG, so I'm trying something different today, streaming on multiple sites. And I want to talk a little bit about finances a little bit. Uh, just going over some notes that I've been noticing as I've been gathering. And so I give some people some time to get on. Uh, my bad for those that was waiting on me last week and I didn't come on live. I'm here this week and we're gonna take it home. I see some people chiming in. I appreciate y'all getting in here, man. All right, all right, all right. We got some people saying, "Hey, Mr. Wishing ain't doing enough." Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Facebook user? Let's get it going. We're gonna talk a little bit about finances today and some of the things that hold people back, maybe hold you back, hold me back, help me back. Let me see if I can get. I know last time I was on my live and I kept getting people comments and they kept distracting me. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold off on the comments so I can figure this thing out and get to everything. Let me see. Boom. No. We don't want to do that. All right. All right. So we got some people on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on into it. So I don't bore the people that's on here. So I want to go over just talking finances, man. What's some of the things that probably held you back or held me back or held some other people back? And as I start to coaching more people, one of the things that hold people back is the scarcity mindset. You hear that a lot of people don't know they can have it. Like when as I was starting off, I wasn't making a lot of money. And I tell this story a lot of times because it wasn't how much money I was making, it was how much money I would allow myself to keep. And I go into that as I get further on into the live because as you start making more money, you start less managing it. You start managing less. And so you kind of messing things up, right? So a lot of people have a scarcity mindset, meaning that they allow lack to hold them up from going to get something that they want to have. And I've seen it a lot with people that I be around. Just because they not used to having certain things or they're not used to being around certain groups of people, they shy away from it because it makes them feel uncomfortable. I think that's where a scarcity mindset starts is in feeling uncomfortable. Well, let's say the scarcity mindset's end is with feeling uncomfortable, going out and make yourself uncomfortable. They said that a majority of Americans, a majority of people don't have $1,000 saved. And I say that a lot because that was the first goal that I had to have. If majority of people, you think about this, man, numbers are exact, right? You could go into a play or you could go into a movie and one person could say, hey, I like that movie. And another person could say, hey, I don't like that movie, right? So that's an opinion. But what I want to say is, man, numbers are exact. If you know that the statistics say that majority of Americans don't or people don't have $1,000 saved, let's get over in the majority. Let's get over there on the other side. First thing first, save 1,000. Now you say, how could I do it? That's the scarcity mindset. If you don't have $1,000 saved, then the mindset you have is what's causing you to fail. Case in point, I was in the penitentiary, and I say that a lot because I was making $20 a month, and they was taking 10. By the time I left that place, I had $1,000 saved, and I guess people would say, "Hey, but you didn't pay no bills." But I was only making 17 cents an hour, and they work you for real, for real. So if I could amass $1,000 from that situation, there's no reason why people on the outside can't get $1,000 saved. It's an excuse, right? Say we got family, we got kids, we got all of that. Right? We got all of that to take care of. And I get that. But it's the system that you got set up that's causing you not to get it. I teach people all the time you get how to break things up in 4 accounts. And when I first started that, I started talking to, again, people around me, right? Because a lot of times when we going into these different mindsets and these different ideologies or whatever you want to call it, the first people we could tell is the people that we're around. That's the first people we go to. And if you don't be careful, those people that you're around that you tell will be the same people that quench your desire or your ideas. But you have to be forthright. You have to be have tenacity to go through all of that stuff. And I'm gonna tell you why, because when I started telling people get it 4 accounts minimum, the people that I was around, man, I can't even put money in 2 accounts. I can't even, I ain't even having a chance to keep money on my one account yet to get 4 accounts. And so that mindset is, for me, is a scarcity mindset, because first of all, you're scared to try something different. And if you don't have enough money to put in one bank account, that's the perfect chance to get 4. That's the perfect time to get 4. Because see, with the strategy, that one bank account that you got, you could put an extra $3 and $4 in the other 3 of them, right? All right. So you could put other money in the other 3 of them. So you want to make sure that you always I look at my guy popped up. Hey Jay, what's up, my guy? I appreciate you showing us stopping through. My other guy said, hello, coach. All right, see, yeah, I gotta turn these off. So I could go ahead and keep focusing. Let me see. How do I turn off my things? That's because I see them and I wanna talk to people that want to talk to me. But let's get this off though. So I'm gonna be able to turn this off. I want to turn my there it is. I want to turn my comments off. So I figured out how to do it. I'll get back to my comments in a minute. But again, every time I look at the comments, it throw me off, right? So I want to talk about people that's being scared, that having a fear of going out for the gusto, man. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of times we have people that don't want to go out and just get 4 bank accounts. And we're talking about personal accounts. So I'm not stepping into business, but I think that everyone should start with 4 accounts, because this is what I did and started and helped me out. All right. And I did my numbers with percentages, and I segmented my money into different accounts. Now, yes, I went back and got it. Yes, I pulled them accounts out again. But today, I got multiple accounts that have money in it, because see that the habit kicked in. When you have a scarcity mindset, you don't go for things that's not familiar to you. You want to stay restricted to what you've heard. When I grew up, my grandmother always told me to put money in a wallet. I had a little monkey that sat on my dresser that I put my little coins in. And then I had some money I could put in my pocket. Now, I didn't know at that time grandma was teaching me how to save and put money away, right? But as I got a little older and I started to read and I started to hold on to some of the teachings that I was learning, it built on the seed that was planted. All right. So a lot of times our scarcity mindset is planted from the family that we've been around, the people that we've been around. And yes, some of the parents that we have didn't have the knowledge that we have. I talk to my mom all the time, and the way that I go about life and the way that she go about life, or want me to go about life, are 2 totally different things. So sometimes you got to go out and you got to push through. You got to push through and understand that you know what you know. Right? A scarcity mindset starts at home, I believe. Like as I talk to my children now, I show them the ability to make 20 and 30,000 a month. Hey, we talking about 50,000 a month. I'm looking to make 500K this year, right? Those concepts and those mindsets and those conversations starts at home. I remember when the first time I talked to my son about $100,000. He thought it was crazy, but I came home saying $1,000 wasn't no money. You would not believe how many people talk crazy to me about saying $1,000 is some money. Now, get me wrong, I would like to take an extra 1,000. If y'all want to donate 1,000, I'll take it. But let's think bigger than that, man. Let's have this abundant mindset and realize that $1,000 really ain't no money. So if a majority of Americans or majority of people don't have $1,000, well, that's no money to actually save, right? And what I realize is when you get that first 1,000 saved, those emergencies are not big emergencies. Most people I've heard, again, let's talk about having your insurance. They have a $500 deductible, right? And one of the things that I was learning is raise my deductible higher. When I raised my deductible higher, I got that $1,000. I made me $1,000 deductible. Again, abundant mindset. And I realized that a lot of the things that I was fearing, it wasn't there. I had $300-400 emergencies. I put that money there and I fill it back up, right? It doesn't shake me as it do. But now as I got a little further, $1,000 emergency fund don't last. I got to up it to about 4,000 or 5,000 now. But that's not what we are. We're just talking about saving your first 1,000. And how do you do it? As they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So to save 1,000, open you up 4 bank accounts. Get you a personal, get you a checking. No, get you a personal, a savings, an investment account, and a givers account. Tie your giving and your saving account together. We'll talk about what those are. No, your personal and your giving account, you tie them together at the same bank, right? So if you need to transfer some money over, you got that. But you have an investment account. Take that account not to just invest in stocks or something like that. And I say this a lot of times. You'll hear me talk about this a lot because this is what actually got me to where I can invest in my company. And it took me to where I could have a company that's 6 figures. Now, it was not that I went out and I was working harder than everybody else. It was that I was managing what I was getting where I was when I was where I was. See, a lot of times we say, man, if I get this extra 10,000, or if I get this extra account, or when I get this deal, then I'm gonna start doing it. That's not the truth, because if you start doing it the day when you get that deal, you already know how to make that money do what it needs to do. And that's what's been my situation. That's just for me though, because I can only speak about my life and my pain and my struggles, right? I can't tell everybody what's right for them, but I'm just saying my first thing was to have 4 different places that I put my money in. As I grew up, they say, and I don't want to be racial on here, but they used to say them folks have money everywhere, right? So I used to hear, man, they put money everywhere. They got money everywhere. And I never understood what they were talking about until now I see business and you have business bank accounts. Then you have a profit account that you got a profit hold account. Then you got taxes that you need to put here. Then you got owner's compensation. Then you got a personal account. Then you got a savings account. You got an investment account. Then you got stuff that you want to put over here. So you want to go for a trip. So you open another account to save for the trip you want to go on. So I understand now when they say they got money everywhere. But it takes time. It takes what you putting $2 over there and not going to get them $2. Or if you do put them $2 over there, only getting you 75 cents back. All right, I know I don't went a little minute, but do you understand the principle? Because that's what I had to do. See, I'm just speaking of my life. I had to put an extra dollar to the side. And then I had to make sure I didn't go get the dollar. Literally, I was only making $20. How much you can put to the side if you're making $20 and they taking 10? So when I'm talking about principles, I'm talking about things that work for me. The things that worked for me when I wasn't making any money, when I was in the same situation as I see people around me in. Now, I'm not in no bigger situation than them today, but I know my mindset has changed. I say it's mentality, not money, and I say that all the time. Although we want mentality and money, who wants one without the other? Why would I have a great mindset on how to manage money and don't want to get no money so I can manage it, right? But I also want to say it's mentality, not money, because a lot of times, if we don't know that it's the mindset that gets the money, we go into chasing the dollar. See, I chased the dollar for a long time in my teenage years. I used to go out there and I used to try to go get that money. You know what I mean? I didn't have no structure of how to build up a business. Well, I knew how to hustle and get some money. And so as I started to implement that, right, I started to learn principles about business. And it could have been in a legal business. It could have been a legal business, whatever business that you in. Life is a business. When you deal with your kids and all of that, you can see it as a structure of a business. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times I see people run their life different. And I see people handle their business different. I know they got a saying, we stand on business, right? So if you standing on business and this is your family, then how can you not stand on business with your family, right? So my thing is treating things as a business. And how I did that was I did it by percentages. I teach my children that today. They got different percentages. When I pay my children, they get their money taken out like a 401k, right? I know a lot of people put their money in a 401k and they said, hey, it's a 401k. And some people say, 401k is a beat. Now, I didn't take that route, but I did do some studying. And I did understand that they say as long as your company is going to match you, get that free money. That's what they say, right? And then I talked to my mom, and she had a 401k, and she said that she didn't understand when she was making it. She didn't understand how she could save because she wasn't opted in. But she had talked to somebody at her job that told her to opt into the 401 because the company would match. Peep the story. When she didn't feel like she could do it, she had the company take it out automatically and to put it in another account. Pretty soon, my mama was saving 5 and 6% of her check when she didn't think she had none. All because she was eating off a smaller plate. All right, eating off a smaller plate. What does that mean? All right. So take a mindset of somebody who's going out and want to lose weight, right? And they got in their mind, they're going to eat all the food on the plate. I'm going to eat it all. Because that's what we was growing up to do. Scarcity mindset says, guess what? We can't lose nothing. We can't throw nothing away. Man, come up in my household and throw some food away. Mama was, man, come on, man. Mama didn't have no money to throw no food away. So you need to eat it all. So guess what happened? When you get that mindset, you want to eat it all. Now, it creates a habit inside your mind. And so when you get in a bigger plate, you eat it all. Right? They train people right now to lose weight to put their food on a smaller plate. Now, I say that to flip it over into the finance. If you got $1,000 check and you send $100 here and $100 here, that $800 is that smaller check. Smaller plate. You're going to do the same thing you would have done and got full off at 1,000. I mean, off that big plate, that small plate you got full, because your mind said, hey, I ate it all. Now, if you got that 800, your mind said, shit, I spent it all. I spent it all. Not that other extra 2 that you got sitting over there for later. Y'all, you ain't even touching that. Over time, you start to build up that habit. And I'm going to tell you how I know, because I did it. When I invested in my real estate, I did this same exact principle. I took the money that I was making and I took it to a bank that I had to drive to and put it in. Now, I also had to drive to that bank and take it out. Now, you think when I wanted to go out of town and when I wanted to do some things and I mismanaged some money, I didn't go drive and go get it out? I sure did. But guess what? That abundant mindset kicked in over time and I stopped doing it. Because guess what? I knew that bank account was for something else. And every time I drive my happy over there and go get this money out, I knew I was taking away from what I wanted to put myself in. And then my passion was to invest in real estate. So every time I go get that bread up out there, I would take it from something I wanted to get. So you can steal from your own self. You know, a lot of times people steal from themselves with the scarcity mindset, right? They take it from their own vision. I don't like to use the word dreams. I like to say vision because dreams you can get while you're sleeping. But even in that, peep this out. While you sleeping in your dream and you seeing visions, but most people chasing the dream instead of going for the vision that they see in the dream. Because if you're seeing the vision while you're awake, you're going for it every day. Okay, I might speak a little fast, but I hope you're getting it though, right? Chase your vision, man. Your visions are there, man. The Bible talks about without a vision, people perish. It also said pride is the beginning of destruction. So when pride is the beginning of destruction and without a vision, people perish. If you have a vision, don't be prideful and not to get some help to get it. Hence my next thing. Don't talk about finances. Come on, man. How many times people don't talk about finances and my finances is messed up? Bro, I just lost $15,000 on the deal. I could talk about it on live because that's for real to happen. I'm not going to tell, man, look, we don't. And how did you bounce back then, fam? How did you bounce back? Because how did you do it? See, that's the conversation you get when you talk about finances. We get so caught up in our finances, again, scarcity mindset, we don't want to talk about it. Man, I ain't gonna let nobody know I just lost $100, man. I want them to seem like I'm winning all the time. Dude, I just lost $100 out here shooting some dice. So I just lost $100 doing this and doing that. And this is how I made back. Then you can talk to other people that know a little bit about losing $100. Or you can talk to some other people that know how to invest that $100 to make $150. You see what I mean? While you going in what you going in, and I'm gonna go back to my future. My past. While I was doing what I was doing, I'm shooting the dice. Hands and knees snapped the finger so hard that I felt like I was gonna get carpal tunnel trying to make a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. But I was doing what I knew. As I started studying a little more, I started getting into more finance books, started listening to more Dave Ramsey, Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, listening to Grant Cardone, listen to a lot of those people that talk about finances. I started to build up different habits. I started to realize, man, majority of the people making their money in real estate. Now it's a lot different, right? It's a lot different. They got online, they got a lot of other stuff to make finances, but not talking about money, man. That's one of the things that tripped me out. Now, what I do in my table, we talk about money. Man, we talk about money so much, they think that's all I'm about is money. But see, that's what I'm trying to tell. It's mentality, not money. But I need to know that you could talk about losing 10,000 with me. You could talk about losing with 25,000 with me. You could talk about trying to get about 100K a month, right? That's some good numbers. And I'm not talking about those people that just like to talk. When I'm gonna make my million next month and they never made 10,000. I'm not talking about that kind of talk. I'm talking about real legit talking to people that's really talk about numbers. When I started moving around people that's really getting well, and I used to listen to people that's not getting money, they used to tell me, man, people with money don't talk money. And I thought about that, man. It made me feel bad because I wanted to get some money, right? And I'm like, man, how come they don't? Then I started moving around people that's getting money. They talking about ROIs, investments. Hey, I'm looking for a duplex. I'm looking for this. And all of that is based around finances. Dude, when I go to real estate investment networks, dude, they talking about acquiring properties and how much they can get, man. That's what they talking about. And these folks is millionaires. They talking about money. So don't let people tell you don't talk about money. That's a fallacy. That's a lie. You must talk about something, man. Don't hide it. That's the scarcity mindset. Who wants to know somebody to know they're down to their last $5? Me. Hey, you know what? Right now I'm down to my last $5 and I need some help. I go get me a GoFundMe page. You know what I mean? Now it's a different time. Don't get caught up with the old mindset, man. Times are evolving. Knowledge is evolving, time is evolving, and as long as time evolving, you got to evolve with it. A lot of times, people still got that old knowledge, man. Old knowledge, man. There's so many people talk about finances. There's so many ways that you can understand how to invest. It's man, look, that leads me to my next one. It's risky to invest. Listen, man. When I started studying, I'm gonna tell you something. And this all go to study. You see how I keep going back to studying when I say money? Go back to studying when I say money, because it's mentality, not money. First of all, I had to study what money was about. How did you get, why did money come out anyway? What was the original meaning? Because see, when you understand why money came about, then you can understand how you can do with your money. So money started with bartering. One person needed, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, but one person needed it and another person needed something else. And instead of me giving them this and they giving me that, hold up, I need grass and somebody need, no, that's not a good one. I need corn, somebody else need barley, a wheat, right? Now, somebody need wheat, somebody need corn, and they want to swap. Well, you got somebody over got some green beans, and he don't want wheat or corn, he needs some tomatoes. So how everybody gonna make an exchange if they didn't bring out a form of exchange? See, money is just an idea, man. And that's why I said we got to talk about it. That's what my big thing is. I like numbers, so I'm gonna bring the numbers to the forefront. Let's talk about the cash flow. Let's understand what's going on in this day. Let's understand that you taking your hard-earned money today, setting you up 4 bank accounts, and putting you something along for the future, even if it's $4 or $5. Because guess what? How you gonna catch up to the future in the past? You always go and look at back, man. I gotta pay this bill. I gotta pay this bill. That's some stuff you just used last month. You use the bill, they pay it. You use the bill, you use it, and they send you the bill. You use it, and they send you the bill, right? You use it, and they send you the bill. Where is that something that's gonna go to the side that you're gonna invest in the future so the bills can pay themselves? Where does that come in at? Because see, if you don't add that to the game plan, then you'll always be using it and paying the bill, being a consumer. Right. So another myth is talking about finances, man. Make sure you get around people that talking money. Dude, this is cool. It's okay. And it's okay to lose. It's okay that you done lost. Dude, I done lost. I tell people all the time, I lost 12,500 in the deal. Dude, I just lost 15,000 in another one just recently. But she paid me 2,000 a couple of days ago, though. So I don't know if it's lost yet. She trying to make payments on it. Dude, I let people borrow money that ain't paying me back. Come on, let me just be honest about me so I can talk about finance. I can talk about losing money. Dude, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, meaning I had a cleaning company, a marketing company, and a real estate company, and I didn't have the system down packed, so I was taking my rent money when my rent money came in. I had to borrow it from myself to go put over here. Then, I mean, come on, man. And I'm not doing that now, though. I'm not doing that now, but you hear what I said? I had to borrow it to take it over here. So the payback went back with a little interest, but we're not gonna get into all of that today. But that's just how I did to myself. But I hated to do that. I hated to do that because especially when my tenant downstairs, she didn't pay the rent because of COVID rent relief, and I was being lenient because this was my first time investing. And I'm like, you know what? She got a little boy and a little girl. I don't want to put them out. They ain't paying their rent. I want to be nice. And come on, man. They end up getting over 7,000 on me. So see, I just talked about a $15,000 loss, a $12,500 loss, and another $7,000 loss. Right there in 3 different times, right? It's okay. Guess what? You don't no risk, no reward. See, that's what I was talking about, being risk averse, right? If I could lose $100, I remember it was times that I would lose a whole jar, a whole everything, a whole thing, and I had to scoop it up, pick it back, and put it up together. We ain't gonna talk like that. Okay, that's cool, but I'm just keeping it real. I done my time. I'm cool, but I just had to tell you, times I took losses behind losses, right? And I couldn't get on top. But guess what? When you get on top, you learn from them losses, them lessons, and then you keep on going. So for me to talk about the lessons that I made through it with the losses, it's a prime content for me. So that's what you're going to get. Now, risk averse. When I started studying, that's what I was talking about. When I started studying and going back to mentality, not money, how I always go back to talking about studying when I talk about finances, right? I started studying. I realized that some of these people are investing in stuff that have no risk. You would not do. I didn't believe it either. How you gonna get a no risk investment? I've always been told everything is a risky investment. This is how, with knowledge. Them folks know what the market is going. They can have so much data that they can pretty much tell what's going on in their investments. Okay. You don't believe me? Well, go see. See how. Ask yourself, how can this be possible? Because that's what I did. How can it be possible to have a zero risk investment and make money? Dude, it's out there. It's out there. It's definitely out there. When I was investing again in real estate, and just to be honest, that deal, the real estate, the investment was very low. I mean, the risk was very low. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because after I paid my taxes, after I put my down payment, which was about 12,000, and I paid about 15,000 with the taxes. We'll get into that on another story. At 12,000, I had to figure out my mortgage was about 1,500 at the time, right? With my mortgage being 1,500, the place was newly renovated, right? I called me a newly renovated. Mortgage was 1,500. I had an upstairs tenant that was paying 1,250. I had a cleaning company that was already profiting over 360 a year, right? So we doing that, and then I am investing, right? The numbers from the mortgage from the upstairs tenant, because I didn't have a downstairs tenant, was $300. Now, if I got an investment, a business over here that's kicking me off $3,000 a month, let's just say I'm making $3,000 a month. We're going to low number. We'll make it $3,000 a month. And I got an investment that I'm investing in that if the bottom person don't pay, I got to come out with an extra $250. That's a low risk investment for me, right? Now, again, some things happened along the way. I got, but I had some other income coming in. And hey, that's how I looked at it, right? So, all right, so risk averse. So getting knowledge, honestly, helps you minimize your risk. Another thing is, oh man, this is a good one. Let me get some comments if I got some comments in here, man. Let me get some comments in here if I got some comments. We got a guy said, hello, coach. All right. And okay. No more comments. That's my guy AJ again. Okay, got him saying that. Cool. Let me get him off right there. Yes, sir. That's it. Scale your business with ease. Yeah, get your business with ease. Okay. I see you. All right, scale your business with ease. Ease your workload. Got questions about growth? Need a virtual assistant? Email us at admin@wishingaintdoingenough.com. We're here to help. Hey man, I like that. I appreciate that. Hey, you get a bonus. Hey, you did good with that one. See, that's a good thing with having a team, man. You got a team behind you, and you put your team together. I like that one though. That was good. That was the first time that happened. But I do like it. Keep shocking me. Keep shocking me. I appreciate that. That's how we do. All right, but let's go on to this next thing. And let me check my comments off. So the next thing, man, that I want to talk about is wealth don't equal happiness. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This right here used to burn me up. Now, I'm coming from a situation that I was around people that got the impoverished mindset. They all robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's like crabs in the bucket. When one person come up, you're trying to pull people down, right? So I'm in this situation stuck with a lot of the people that they call the bottom of society, right? So I'm in here studying. I'm studying finances. I'm studying business. I'm studying all that. And so when people around you, they're going to say, man, money don't make you happy. Hold up, bro. What does money got to do with happiness? How do people always look to trick people into saying money and happiness? They don't even matter. They don't even go together. Money and happiness does not go together. Money and joy does not go. That's two totally different things. But people will try to make you choose the two. I want both. I want money and happiness. Why can't I have both? Why are you going to say, would you rather? And that's what they used to say too. Would you rather be rich or be happy? What? Why would I? What? Why did you even put those two against each other? Why can't you? I could be rich and happy. Why can't I get money and take care of my family? Right? So that's one of the things that, man, I would like for people to tell people, don't do like that. Because what that does is that causes you to self-inflict. It causes you to be what's the word I'm looking for? It causes you to have different directions inside yourself, right? You want to be a good person. You want to have joy. You want to live life. You want to have this, but now you're thinking money don't bring equal happiness, right? So now you want to be happy, but you don't want to have money because money don't equal happiness. When neither one of them, they don't even mean each other. They don't even go together. I mean, they that's not opposites. Like you can't go left and go right, right? If you're going left, you can't go right. I get you. I'm gonna go left and then a right, or I'm gonna bust a right and then a left. Right? I can't go left and right at the same time. I feel that. But money and happiness, Come on, man. I could do both of them over there and to the right or to the left, either which way I want to go. You feel me? So don't allow people to put that blocks in your mind because that comes from a scarcity mindset. A lot of times we grew up around people that didn't have money and they think that other people had money was better. That's another thing that they say. Man, I've seen a lot of people with money ain't happy. That's not the people that you want to look at. I've seen a lot of broke people ain't happy too. I've seen a lot of people without money happy. And I know a lot of people that's getting money very wealthy and happy as well. And I know a lot of people that's happy are giving out. They're doing a lot for people. Man, I see people all on my Facebook timeline helping people out, getting money, helping other people out. Dude, they got coaches, they got all bunch of things, giving and pouring out what they know to the whole world. It's accessible to everybody. And they're getting money doing it. So don't allow people to tell you those old fallacies that they used to have back in the day because they wasn't privy to the information. They wasn't privy to understanding that, hey, money and happiness, they're not opposites. They have not, that's not a comparison, right? It's not. All right. So the next one is, the next one I was talking about, the comparison trap. Breaking free from damages and effects. Those are the damages and effects that we're talking about, right? I like to take notes and then just go off the top of my head because as I keep going, I realize how much on my notes I'm on. So it's like, man, I'm really on my notes, like for real. But no, the comparison, they want you to compare between the two, man. And the thing about it is, use and. A lot of times, one of the things that we listen to is a lot of black or white thinkers, right? It's either this or that. It got to be yes or no. It's more than one truth, fam. It's more than one truth. You don't let people tell you it's only one truth. You can have that, right? But I can see perspective from different perspectives. I can see perspectives from different sides and know that this instance can have multiple truths to it. So, okay, it's cool that I can see the fact that opening up 4 accounts could be a challenge to some, but I can see the fact that opening up 4 accounts could take you to the next level. Both of those facts are true, right? So don't allow people to say that there's only one truth in your life when you can only do one thing. That's what they try to tell me. Man, you can't do that. Man, how come I can't? Don't portray your insecurities off on me. That's another thing, but that's again with the scarcity mindset, right? I went in for the business. I went in all in. I used to work 18-hour days. I had my kids out there working with me, and everybody around me told me I'm going to burn out. Passion don't burn out. It reignites. When you got a passion, I think about passion of the Christ. I think of things like every time I hear the word passion, it just, man, that passion is, you know what I mean? So how does that burn out? If you following your passion, if you following your desires, if you following your thing, you don't burn out, you reinvent, you reignite, man, dude, I was in the cleaning business. I started talking to marketing. Now I'm marketing cleaning companies to go bust the real estate. My goal is to take people from cleaning to real estate in a matter of years. And how did I do that? I started my cleaning company, took it and put my systems in place where I'm not even working in the business, understood what I needed, took my losses, took my lessons, understand that I can't get rid of my team because they causing me losses because I'm the owner, I'm the boss. I got to keep people that are cool with losing, but learning from losing. Let me say that right. I got to keep people that can learn from their lessons, whatever one, and keep them on the team. Started another company because I needed to boost that first company, and then I'm dumping the money into real estate. That's the thing. It took me 5 years to lay that whole foundation before I came online. Because see, if I don't have my thing down, when people say, "Hey, go online, man, you got the knowledge, go online." No, I don't have the foundation. See, it's a different foundation being laid when you're building a house and then from you're dealing a skyscraper. Some people got to dig a little deeper. You got to go a little deeper. And that's even inside of your history. A lot of times we need to go inside of our family history to understand why we think the way we think. That's one thing that I did when I was away. I started to look back on how my family thought and why they thought this way and how I could change that today. And so here we are. All right. So comparison trap. Now, investing is only for the rich. That's another thing that I think that's a lie, because when I came to start investing, I was investing in crypto, stocks. I was making some money. I'm going to tell you something. For me, when I said I was making some money, I came to the States. I came to the free world. I came to do this, right? And as I got there, it was May, June, July, August. 3 months. I was already ready, invested in my franchise. And on that 4th month, that 3rd month was a beast because the 3rd and that 4th and that 5th month, August I started. I didn't get my first check till September. Put it that way, because you got a net 30. So you work for 30 days, then you got to wait for 30 days. Them 2 months right there was the most challenging 2 months that I ever, man, dude. I was drinking at the time, and I used to get Skoal. I don't know if you know what Skoal is, but Skoal is like a big cheap thing of liquor, about $5. $5 big bottle of liquor, tastes like rubbing alcohol. That was my favorite. I would never drink it again, but that was my favorite because that $5 lasts me all week. I come home and take my old sip and get to working because I gotta see, while I'm sitting up home, I got to learn payroll. I got to learn Excel. Because see, at that time, I didn't have a payroll software. I didn't have VAs. I didn't have all of that. See, so I had to go to work, working for my franchise, come home, tired, and get on this computer, listen to me some music, and learn. I had to get in there and I had to learn what's them spreadsheets. I had to put them little numbers in there. I had to go figure out how to YouTube and put the formulas inside the sheet. So if I put my buildings in there, I can add them all up. So if I know how much I got to pay per building, then I had to do a spreadsheet on how I could pay somebody. So I had to learn how to put the Excel spreadsheet, and then I had payments. I mean, it was a lot I had to learn. But I wanted to say this. I was still investing. Right. So when I said, oh no, that's where the story came from, because I was talking about how I was working so much and I was making. So when I started my first check that came in, it was about $9,000. 5 months out of that came out, my first check was $9,000. I moved right in, right? And that goes along with the mindset, because once you allow yourself to be patient and allow God to work where He's working on your behalf, and don't rush where you are today, the doors of heaven will open up and you'll be poured out a blessing. So much room, you probably don't even have room to receive, right? All right. So much coming, you don't have room to receive. That's how it goes. But see, you have to be patient, right? You have to have faith. You have to have some things that you realize that, hey, you know what? He's working it out for my best good. Yes, all right, I didn't get that opportunity. Yes, all right, I didn't close that deal. But guess what? He got something for me. I'm going to keep on learning. Because, see, I needed to learn from that walkthrough that, man, I talked too much about what the other company wasn't doing. Oh, I need to learn from that client that, hey, I was talking too much and not asking them how they was feeling. See, one thing, too, man, look, we like to talk a lot. At least I do. Let me talk about me again. But it's not supposed to be about me. See, every time I'm with my client, I want them to know it's about them. When I'm coaching people, they the hero. I'm just a coach. I'm just navigating them. I don't want to be the hero. No, Wade, you doing it. No, you the one doing it. I'm just here to guide you along the way with the experience and the lessons and the knowledge that I have. See, where I come in as a benefit is this. I have a system in place. And a lot of times when you got a system in place, you have time to study. Right? So if you got a system in place, you have time to study. Where I came in as a benefit at first is because I had time to study. And so I had it all in my mind. Right. And so then I got around people that was just working. They didn't have time to study. By the time they get home, they got to cook and they got to do their life like this. Right. So with me having time to study and having knowledge, I come in as a benefit to work with them to actually take them to the next level. And that's how we're working. Right. So now I got people that I'm working with in the cleaning business and speaking and other things, marketing and other things, and they working their jobs. They looking to build their business if they working the job. And how I benefit them or how they get a benefit from me is because I have time to study for them. Like it's the most thrilling thing I get is when I have my coaching client, they tell me, when I'm coaching with people, or I'm talking to people and they tell me their goals. Because guess what I can do? While I'm studying, oh, that works for them. Boom, oh, that works for them. Because see, they out cleaning the buildings right now. They are doing what they got to do, right? So as we work as a team, it's mentality, not money. Hey, this is what you could do. And what I say for you, all you that's listening right now, start get you 4 personal bank accounts. If you don't have 4 personal bank accounts, then we starting off wrong together already. And as I continue to climb and continue to build, please, man, if you're going to follow me, man, take action, man. Wishing ain't doing enough. Like I'm not, dude, I like doing this, but I'm going to tell you something. If you ain't taking action, man, I don't really want to communicate. Now with the big man, dude, you log off now. Because see, my thing is this. I need stories. I need people that's actually say, hey, I did this and it worked. I don't like coaching with people that they don't and they don't move. I talk everybody that I've been working with lately. I say, hey, we're gonna do some cold calling, we're gonna do this. They do it and give me back results. If I find somebody that don't give me results, I'm not taking them as a client. I don't want them. I don't even want the money. It's mentality, not money. I need somebody that got the mentality of growth with me. I need somebody that's going to actually, let's put some things together so I can learn off of helping them. See, I'm a people pleaser. And I'm going to say that a lot of times because I'm a people pleaser. I like to please people, right? And a lot of times people would like to make that to be your detriment. Oh, man. But to me, that's a great thing. Because, see, now I want to help other people, right? I want to be able to please people, be able to help them. Well, you know what I mean? So if you got a plan or you got a strategy or you got something that you're going for, my innate ability or my innate reaction is to please the people. It's to get the people what they want, so to speak. So, hey, if you're looking to get into real estate, hey, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to study how to get you there. And we're going to make money getting there together, right? If you need to get in the cleaning business, let's do it. If you're trying to get into marketing, let's do it. See, what you can do is you can leverage the system to make it work for you to where you can leverage the system to help it work for other people. As long as you other people centered, right? It's a known fact that you reap what you sow. Right? You reap what you sow. But a lot of times we hear that in the negative. Man, you know you reap what you sow. Look, we have so much of that scarcity mindset put on the negativity in our life that we have to break free from those chains to actually get to financial freedom. Right? I had financial freedom for a while. And what is financial freedom? You might say, yeah, he said he had financial freedom for a while. I had it for a while. It was 2020. I had financial free. I was financially free for a little while, for about 5 or 6 months. I was making $5,000 over what I was making $5,000 without working, and my bills was $3,000. So I was financially free. I enjoyed going and do whatever I wanted to do. But my problem was at that time, I didn't know what to do. So I didn't know about marketing at the time. I was with my franchise. I didn't know about going out and learning how to sell. I was just going to the gym and talking to my guy that's a trucker because he could talk on the phone all day. You know, talking, man, I got this thing running, man. It wasn't until COVID hit that I realized that, wait a minute, hold up. It wasn't running. I need to do some things. But investing is only for the rich. That's what we were talking about. And I'd go all the way around. But I started taking my investment when I was making that 9,000 and that first month. And I started to invest in crypto. Back then, they were talking about Bitcoin, right? I didn't know about Bitcoin. I started studying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that. And so I just started putting a little money over there. Man, I'm making money. I'm just putting a little over there, just stashing. You know how we stash? Just stash a little bit. Let me put a little bit over there. I'm making good. Let me put a little bit over there. And then I started studying a little bit about stocks. Let me put a little bit over there. Robinhood. You could put $25, $30 in some stocks. I know a lot of people are talking about cannabis. Cannabis coming through. Get on some cannabis stock. But see, they got a lot of them, right? So what you do, you got to do some research. Do this millions of dollars out there and people out there to help you, right? Turn on your YouTube, man. Turn off the Netflix and turn on the YouTube. Netflix and chill ain't my thing. Man, I fall asleep. Just me personally. Every time I get somebody, they say, hey, man, spend time and watch a movie. I'm dozing. I fall asleep and I wake up the next morning feel like I done wasted my time. What I'm sitting here learning and working, listening about somebody else's life. I'm sitting here and watch all of that stuff for the whole night. I don't care if it's a good movie, and I do like watching good movies. And don't get me wrong. But by the time I watch a good movie and I realize that, man, I just watched something about this man's life and it ain't gonna help me out, that's crazy. And I can sit here and watch another hour of somebody that's gonna help me put a system in place, and I could go ahead and implement that and take my people to the next level. Dude, Netflix and chill. You could chill with Netflix for me. You know what I mean? Chill with that. Man, I went through the house without a subscription. I got one now though, because I got some other people like watching it though. But dude, come on, man. YouTube is free. And I learned more from that. It's beneficial, man. It has a better ROI. Free knowledge implemented to equal money. Come on, man. And you can't invest. Investment is not only for the rich. Another thing that I was doing, I was invested in something that was taking money out of my account. When we started doing this saving stuff, so I'm gonna go back in depth on how to actually save, how you get to where you have money in certain places. But I had an app, right? And I was paying $2.99 for the app. Yeah. So at the time, I heard people saying, "Man, you paying people to save?" Yes. It was an app called Digit. If I got 5,000 in my bank account, it might take out $25. It took out, according to how much money I got in my account, it'll take it and put into another account. And that other account took me 3 days to get to. So by the time I needed that money, when I did need the money, it took me 3 days to get it. So guess what happened with that account? It had most of my money in it because I couldn't get to it. So where people was telling me I'm paying $3 a month to save money, I end up saving more money from them paying $3 a month than they had. So when I'm looking over my Digit app and I'm getting 3,000, 4,000, they still ain't got no money, right? Because Digit, again, they'll take out, if you got a lot of money in there, I don't even know if they still have Digit now. I done moved up to some other things, some other strategies now. But man, that Digit app was amazing for me as I was pulling. It was pulling money out of my bank account according to how I was getting it. I had my 4 accounts, and then in my saves account, I had the Digit app connected to it. So while the money dropped in there, it pulled out there. You know what I mean? So with them 4, it had another one siphoning the money out. So that's for me. That's how you invest. That's why I say investment is not only for the rich. You're investing in yourself. You're invested in your future. You're invested in your YouTube for free. You invested in stocks for $25 or $30. You can invest in crypto for a couple of dollars. I did it, man. I was putting $5 or $6 in some stocks. Now, okay, all right. Let's say something though. You putting $5 or $6, you're not gonna make $1 million. You're not gonna make $1 million. So what are you investing for if you're putting $5 or $6 in? Why am I gonna put my $5 or $6 in? A couple of reasons. 1, you got some skin in the game. 2, you got to learn some principles. 3, quit being scared. Put them $5 over there. $5 ain't gonna change or break nothing. As long as you putting $5 over there 3 and 4 and 5 times, you got $30 over there. And you can maneuver. And then you see the market going down, and you can maneuver that money over there to that money, and then you can start trying to time the market, which they say you shouldn't do. But I'm just saying, you in the game, you start to learn something. Not only that, you'll start to, if you like PlayStation, that's what I got my kids invested in. So I had my son to do this. He was 14. And I was like, son, you need to invest in something, man, that I don't know what I want to invest in. Okay. Well, invest in something you like. What you like? I like Jordans. Okay, invest in Nike. He bought him 4 shares of Nike, but I didn't stay on him, so he got 4 shares of Nike. But he done made some money. He done made $75 in his 4 shares over there. But again, some people ain't got $75 to put over. And my kids did that, right? My kids are invested in real estate. You know how they invested in real estate? Because they had 4 bank accounts. And when they got paid, they still needed money to do something, but they had money over in their investment account. They had money over in their savings account. And they started to spend their money in other things. And then when it was time to invest, they had money to invest. I'm not saying something that I ain't done. I did it myself and implemented it on my children, and they have success from it. So it must work. It must work. I'm just being honest. All right. So the debt dilemma. Let's talk about the debts, man. Let's talk about debt. Because debt is something that people have shy away from. I talk to a lot of business owners, and they have this mindset of not using debt. But then I see a lot of millionaires, and they use debt to make more money. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm over here these thousandaires. I'm not using debt. I'm gonna do this all debt free. Then I have some millionaires that's going $1 million in debt and making money and cash flow money and investing it and getting in more debt so they can make more money. So I said, let me study this side over here. Let me study this side over here. So right now, I'm about $200,000 in debt because I took out a loan for a house that's paying me $1,200 a month, and it grossed. It went up $96,000 in equity. Equity is what I got over what I'm paying. It's like $96,000 in 2 years. So I actually went in debt, got people paying me money, cash flow on a regular basis, got me a property manager that handles my property, and my property went up in profit. I just haven't figured out how to get that money out because it's an investment property. It's not my primary residence. But again, man, I'm just telling you, and I say all of that stuff so you can understand what's actually happening. And you can be like, oh, yeah, that happened to me, or didn't happen to me, or he telling the truth. Really, I just want to make sure you understand this is how it go down, right? So the debt dilemma. Hold on. All right, cool. So the debt dilemma is, man, using debt to make more money. Now, I got a new play that I'm about to work with business debt, right? But I've been studying it. But what happened was it was so many things going along as I was maneuvering. I couldn't implement that stuff, right? I couldn't implement it. But now, since I have the knowledge, it's time to put it in. So y'all be seeing a little bit of these plays I'm about to move, building up business credit, because I have 3 LLCs. And I built them 2 years apart, and then I started building up credit in my first LLC. Because I want to say, man, it's easier for you to borrow money on your business than it is personally. It's easy for them to say a sink cleaning solution. You can get $100,000 from them to say, hey, William Wade, I'm gonna give you $100,000, right? So with me having that knowledge, the best leverage for me to use debt is to have a LLC, right? And now we can dissolve LLCs and all of that, but we're not gonna go into all of that. But we just gonna talk about having the debt dilemma, man. What is the debt dilemma? Being able to use debt to make more money, being able to borrow money. Give me 1 second. Somebody at my door. Let me go open them up real quick. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Yeah. All right, no. So we're talking about debt, right? So being in debt, right? It's a way you could do it, right? So I did allow my personal debt to get me, man, because I'm gonna be real. Like I said, I talk about my flaws, I talk about my things. So me knowing the knowledge that I had, be careful because it's lethal, man. It's lethal. They could suck you up where you paying $300 and $400 a month on interest charges if you don't know how to manage it. Because life would take you up under, it suck you up under. See, a lot of times people are scared of that sucking up under. But see, if you got the plan, then you have to make it out. I allow myself to. Wow. Have I been talking the whole time and ain't nobody been listening? That's wow. I don't know if I got anything. I don't know what y'all heard, and I don't know, but I did say the importance of financial education and learning how to play cash flow with your family, being able to talk about finances around your children. I'm real big on empowering the minds of our future generation, and I choose to do it through financial education. So I talk to my kids about money. I talk to everybody about finances and numbers and how to actually make them work for you. Yeah, man, let's see if we can talk though. If anybody on here have a question or something, I like to just talk. I did go on IG Live today. I want to see how that worked. This is my first time going on IG. Hopefully, hey IG, how y'all doing? I guess it sounds good. I mean, Instagram, I don't know, but how y'all doing over there? YouTube people, how y'all doing? And Facebook group, how you doing as well? Yeah, let's talk. I want to see. I want to see if I can see if we can have some conversation, right? So I was muted too. I was muted. Thank you for telling me. I sure was muted. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I was muted. My bad. My bad. See, that's how. All right. So let's go. All right. All right. We don't have nobody else that want to talk. All right. I appreciate y'all getting on live. If you have anything to say before I get off, we can definitely have a conversation. Let me check and see what it looks like on Instagram. Let me check and see. Let me check and see. Let me check and see what it looks like on Instagram. Oh, it did. I am on Instagram. It did work. Okay. All right, then it did work. Okay, cool. So I did see. All right, so the software that I'm using, they just opened up that they can do on Instagram. So I'm streaming on Instagram. I'm gonna get this thing together, man. But I want y'all to know, as I do this, I'm learning the whole way. A lot of times, man, we got that scarcity mindset. If you believe that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, then you got to go get it. You got to go get it. And this is me going to get it, man. Wishing I ain't doing enough. I like that y'all chimed in, man. We'll talk again soon. I'm out of here. Peace.